Good morning guys, it's literally 1 minute to 9. I do try to start my days at 9. So I've just come outside just to go for a walk around the garden because that's a nice thing to do in the morning, and also to get my hair to dry because I don't like to use a hairdryer. That's the great thing about being self-employed, is that you can obviously set your own agenda. No one's going to tell me off for being late, but that also makes it difficult because no one's going to tell me off if I'm late, and you know, just have to be really disciplined with your time. We've been staying with my parents whilst we've been building out the campervan, which we're planning to move into this weekend, which is so exciting. It's been a year-long project. So I made one of these videos, like day in the life of Jep. I think it was in like last May, and at that point I think in the video, it's a bit embarrassing really, we'd just come back from Australia. I had like 3 students on my books because I tutor as well in the evening, and now I have 12 students. So it's really grown, and that number has fluctuated. Like when the kids were at home because of COVID, I had more students because they were at home during the day, so I had some daytime lessons. But now things have sort of like settled back into a normal routine. So I see like 3 students in the evening, which gives me the mornings for Jep. So I kind of put my day in half. You'll see that as the video goes on. So I love a ready-made breakfast. I've got overnight oats that I've made, which is really great when I got up a little bit later, like I did today. I pressed the snooze button. So I'm going to eat that whilst I just kind of check my emails. So this is my desk. I've been really blessed that we have been at Mum and Dad's because there's a spare room which has turned into my workspace where I do my teaching, and also my messy space for Jep. Yeah, obviously it looks really messy, but it makes sense to me just about. So yeah. What I'm making this morning is my sister wants me to recover this cushion, which is for a outside seat. I've already made this one as like a practice, just so that I knew that I was doing the right shapes and stuff. So now I need to make the one in the fabric that they actually want, which is this fabric. And all of this fabric has come out of my fabric waste stash, which is really great. I'm really glad that she found one that she liked in my stash. So it's not really related to Jep, but I need to get it done for her before we move it into the van. So I'm going to do that. I might have to move the chair out of the room because there's not much floor space. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I've cut all the pieces out. My alarm's just gone off, it's 10 to 10, because what normally happens on these Jep mornings is that I have some kind of call or meeting with somebody as well, whether it's someone I'm collaborating with or another small business that I want to connect with. So that's happening in 10 minutes. So I've cut out all the pieces that I needed, including like the barrier border thing that goes around the cushion. Yeah, I didn't think you needed to see me cutting out all of those bits. So after this meeting, I'm just going to get it set up, and then I should be able to get that cushion finished before lunchtime. And if this meeting goes well, which I think it will, because the other small business seems keen to have an interview or something, like an Instagram live or something like that. So I'll put that in the description when it's up on YouTube or on Instagram, so that you can see what that kind of resulted in. Oh yeah, and also, I don't know if you saw at the end of the time lapse, you might have seen that I cut up all the little strips that were left over when I cut out the bigger pieces. So they go in my fabric scrap bin, which is here, and that kind of just sits there. And when I have a moment, I make my lovely twine out of it, which a lot of you might have made. Yeah, so nothing goes to waste. I won't be able to do this in the van, get the ironing board out and iron fabric, so making the most of it. Definitely need to get the right colour for this lovely fabric. It's green, so I'm going for a green thread. Really not ideal working on the floor, but I don't have a big enough table, or the table was just covered in bits, so this is what I gotta do. So I'll just show you what I've made for dinner. I realised that there wasn't really a lot in the house, so I've made kind of a version of a curry that I normally make. Here it is. It's just like potatoes and lentils. Normally I would use coconut milk, but we didn't have any of that, so I've just put a tin of tomatoes in with some spices. And then I'll put a tin of like cannelloni beans or something like that in as well, just for a bit more variety. So I'm just going to let that finish off. It needs a bit more time, and yeah, I might just have a bit of a break before lunch, because it does end up being quite a long day for me, kind of starting at 9 and finishing teaching at like 7 or after 7. So I just give myself a bit of a rest, a bit of a break in the middle of the day around lunchtime. Go and see what Tanaka is doing on the van, and yeah, see you at lunchtime. So I'm just on a walk after lunch, because I do find there's definitely that afternoon slump after eating, and just yeah, I have to teach later on, which takes a lot of energy, and you know, like, have to perform and hold that space really well with the student and be listening and giving information and stuff. So it's kind of the most demanding part of my day, and it starts at 3:30 when everyone else is kind of wrapping up for work. So if it's nice weather, if it's dry, I just go on a half an hour walk to kind of energise myself again. So that's what I'm doing. countryside all afternoon, but I better carry on walking. I need to get back and do my lessons. But I hope you enjoyed that. So after lunch I go into teacher mode. I spend some time just planning my lessons, making sure that I'm organised, and then I start teaching from about 3:30 till 7. So that's not going to be very interesting for you to watch, so I'm going to get cracking on that and I will see you at dinner time. Done for the day. Let's go see if Janaka has remembered to heat up the curry that I made. Did you heat up dinner?
Oh, it's 7 o'clock.
Oh man, you forgot.
I didn't realise it was 7 o'clock. Oh, it was still 5 o'clock.
Look at you with your 2 mini cheddars, one on the desk, one on the floor.
That was 5 o'clock. It's daylight.
Oh my gosh.
It's bright daylight.
Let's go do it then.
Hey, what's cooking?
Good looking.
Hey, good looking.
Let's see what's cooking.
Ah, what's cooking?
A curry.
And water.
And beans. Couscous.
Hey, good looking.
What are you saying to me?
Can we choose the mirror, please, for the van?
Okay.
What are you doing? Don't show me like this.
After dinner, our evening is pretty simple. We just relax and watch a show, read my book, got my peppermint tea, and we're also currently still doing a bit of research for the van. Choosing mirrors, aren't we?
Yeah.
And if you want to know what my like washing routine, like face washing routine is at night time, it's very low waste, plastic free, chemical free, very simple, then I'll link that video for you to watch if you're interested in that. But otherwise, good night. If you enjoyed this video and seeing how my days pan out as a small business owner and a self-employed person, then please do give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like it. Like I said earlier, we're moving into the van this weekend, so life will look different, and I'm curious to see how Jup develops with living in the van. And if you're curious too, then make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video.